Your, how much your Facebook like on Saturday morning? Because I was like, oh, is he gonna do that open house? And you didn't have anything posted.
Okay, I'm glad.
Because I wasn't in the house. That's what I was in my mind.
I was like,
Like, oh, I was so it. And then when I said like fork or something like that, it's like, I was like,
it works.
no, I saw it for this weekend. And then it was gone. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go there.
Sorry.
Well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Friend.
Your team win.
Oh.
No,
I didn't have a team.
I don't either.
And
Oh, okay.
what I
Your
was
team
worried about.
lost.
Yeah,
So I have friends on both sides, so
Uh-huh.
I didn't follow any teams, so.
I was happy that you
I
lost.
could have rated for either side. I didn't even watch the game. I just watched the scores at the end. But the one who lived the closest, his team lost, so I'm saying no.
Oh, okay. Good morning. Well, I'm a Rams and a Chargers fan, you know, so I wore number 99. You know, we had Jersey Day at church. So I wore number 99. Didn't know who Donald was because I don't do sports. But I was looking at the game and, you know, I was like, okay, maybe, you know, the Eagles, maybe who else was it? Chiefs. And then I saw that the Eagles quarterback was 24 years old.
That's fun.
That blew me away. And so that kind of tilted me saying, okay, I want the Eagles to win. Because 24 years old, can you believe that? 24 years old, so yes, so well, congratulations and good riddance to some. You know. Oh my goodness, we know she's an Eagles fan. Who won? I'm not sure. I know. I didn't understand this. I don't even know how, if I did win. Yeah.
Oh, no, they tried to. Oh, they charge you every time.
See, so I didn't know.
Yeah, report on. And I was looking for the first, and I feel like I'm full every single year.
Me.
Never, ever.
Yeah.
Well, I want to welcome you guys to the last day. Today we're going to be. Who?
Pam.
Okay, well, today we're going to be covering Plan Your Future. And so I hope you guys had a wonderful series here. I applaud you guys. And so as we do, and you did every day, I want to hear about the progress to the success system that you went through. Did you guys have any progress? Talk to me, tell me something. So let's do this. If your birthday falls in the month of October, raise your hand. Okay, if your birthday falls in the month of May, raise your hand. Okay. So keep in mind, it's not about perfection. Okay, it's about progress. So I want you to be encouraged to not think about perfection. So I'm going to ask you a question. What challenges did you encounter?
I'm still challenged by calling people that I know, honestly. To talk,
Oh, really?
To talk, either to talk about real estate stuff or just non-real estate stuff, because I still feel this ingenuine for me.
Okay.
Because there's an agenda and I still feel it. But I'll get over it.
Okay, so it's
It gets easier, yeah, but it's still like, nah.
Okay, we had that conversation the
Yeah,
first time.
yeah,
right?
you're asking something, yeah. Tell you already.
Okay, did it get
A
easier
little bit.
a little bit?
Yeah.
What other challenges have you all been having? Tim was first, now you guys don't want me to go to the birthdays now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my thing was, I didn't have a problem getting on the phone, I don't have a problem with it. But I never did door knocking. I've been in sales before. I don't like sales, so I always stayed with my centers of influence. And I never had to talk to people about that I did, the people that I didn't know. Somebody always referred people, so I was always comfortable with. But door knock, just the thought, when I came in here, got the door knock, you got to, I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then when I heard, then Bob did a role play where he does when he goes to, so I had told a couple of the ladies last week, I said, I'm gonna do what I'm afraid to do, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone. And I didn't know when I was gonna do it, so I just made up my mind this weekend. Just go at least one. And I got a farming list from a title company. So before I decided to do the farming, I just decided to do my neighborhood.
Mhm.
I said, I'll do this street. At least I've seen the people before.
Right.
I did. I went to the neighbor, very close to me, and I went and knocked on her door. And she is a real estate agent. Her son's a real estate agent. And she said, Miss Carol, I was wondering what you did but once I just did, hi, hey neighbor, because that's what I call when I see her speak to, I'm a Carol Williams agent. And what I'm doing, I have decided I'm going to help 20 families this year. And so I decided I'll start on my street. So do you know anybody on this street that I can help now? She said, well, you see the people across the street. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
those ones you were mad at.
Telling her how, she said, but as a matter of fact, she had been sick and he has two of her children who, she said, I'm not gonna be able to help them. She said, I'm gonna talk to them about allowing you to help them, but that'd be okay. That'd be great. That'd be great. And so I said, and which children are they? Because I see the children come on there. I got the children's names, I got their phone numbers, and she said, I don't know their email address, but I'm gonna tell them you're gonna be calling them. Would that be okay for you? That'd be great. I was so glad to get back to my house. I didn't know what to do. I was excited, really excited about him. And I saw her daughter. This was on Saturday. I saw her daughter the next day. And she said, hi, my mom told me you were gonna be calling us. Me and my husband, yeah, we told mom we really need to go and buy something. So just deciding, I'm gonna just do this. I still don't like it, still, I think I'm gonna, but that helped me get over that,
Mhm.
you know, so.
Now, how long have you been living there, Miss Bernice? Tell me how long you've been living there, huh?
I moved there in 2016,
2016, right?
yeah.
When did you get your license?
I got my license in 2019.
2019. Mhm. And it's, what year is it now?
This is 2023.
And you've been living next door to a realtor all that time.
Right.
And so the benefit to her is you can give her a referral fee,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and to let her know so that she can refer more of her book of business to you, because she doesn't think, listen to this, she doesn't think she's gonna be doing any business anymore. So she
Right.
has a book of business
Mhm.
that you can jump onto.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
Isn't that powerful, yo?
Yeah.
How much should we offer for a fee?
Oh, referral fees usually anywhere between 20 and 25%. And we have a form that you use that you can fill out. And so,
And do we open that to like other real estate agents, or what if we have like a person in the neighborhood that like knows the attorney?
no,
and they
it's
just-
real estate.
Okay,
after.
like get referral fees, so like.
Right.
That's where you get like a gift card.
Yeah, those are when you get gifts and
Gift cards.
told and all that. Yeah, so that's rich, so that changed your mind, but because remember, what I think the first class I said, I don't like doing open houses, did I say that? I said, but I saw a win in doing open houses, right? So understand, you may not do everything, but you'll find that what you do, you can win it when you do it, okay? So you just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it.
So now I'm working, getting my farming list, the farming list that I got, getting that organized, so I'm gonna do that area at the farming list, just so.
Any other ups, downs, challenges that you want to share?
I think they both nailed mine.
They nailed yours?
Being so-
Getting phone calls or messenger texts or anything like that?
I've been doing a little bit of both. I've been doing, because a lot of people I interact with on social media, so yeah, that's kind of like my database here and there, that's what I'm utilizing.
Oh, okay,
Mm,
okay.
yeah.
What type of result are you getting as far as?
Well, the fact that I thought that just by making an announcement on social media and as just assuming that, oh, everybody knows I'm an agent
Yeah.
now. Well, not everybody saw it, not everybody necessarily like, it clicked with, and so. When you send a message directly, then all of a sudden, then a couple days later or a day later, a question will come in or a. Hey, what do you know? And it was for me initiating a contact, so. So if I can actually focus on, I mean, I have so many people that I still have to go through on Facebook. If I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram, I have not my old personal account that I left behind, and in LinkedIn, like there's never gonna be an amount of contacts I'm gonna run out of. I will never tell you that I don't have anybody to call or contact, because I know that I do.
Okay, it's just you're not doing it, right?
I just have to get there, yeah.
So remember, there's 3 ways to get business. You can wait for it, you can pay for it, or you can go after it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I tell people, in our classes, those are the things that we're talking about. We're talking about lead generation. How are you going to do it? Wait for it, pay for it, or go after it. And so, anybody else? I know, you raised your hand. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
I don't mind talking, I don't mind talking straight. I don't talk to my friends, there's so many other things.
And I say to you and your husband, use,
Not everyone.
but use it to a high level. Use your reputations at a high level. Okay?
This is my response to my friend. You ready? You know what? Why? No, I'm just so serious.
Really?
It's why? But why? You don't work, why? I do work, you still know I work. I mean, you're like Tony on. What's the show? Tony on. I'm like, you should know.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Tony on Martin, that's great. I know.
Yeah. See, but again, you use that reputation. So if you use that reputation at a high level, you say, well, listen, I may not, but I'm doing something now to help you. And help those around you. No, they just don't know. Yeah,
I can't be quiet about this.
right, exactly.
My
He who says nothing gets nothing.
Mhm.
But we
Yeah,
have,
well,
I'm certain clients, you can't say to your clients, my county clients, I'm gonna be, oh, I'm doing stuff, I just don't.
Yes, you can.
No, I
Because
can't.
the county, you're dealing with their taxes and you're sharing.
Them, but I can't tell anyone else who are my clients.
Say it again?
I can't share who my client, some of my client base in the industry, and I cannot share that they're my clients, and they will not give me referrals.
Oh,
They
okay.
they flat out refuse, they will not.
Oh, okay.
They will not.
Okay.
Unless I'm trying to understand this, that was not even now.
Well, you know what else you need up? You say, well, what is a good suggestion to use since all of my clients did this, and what do you suggest? And then you let them talk to you. That's, you know, what do you suggest for me to get business? You know, so today is the final day. We've been through win with the buyer, win with the seller, working with buyers and sellers, making, receiving offers, negotiating offers, getting to the close. And today we're talking about planning your future. Today, if I can get this thing right. It's just the next. Okay, today we talk about today you guys, you've learned so much, haven't you?
Yeah,
But yet instinctively, there's so much more for you guys to learn and experience. And bless you, and that normal, I didn't see, it's not cologne? No, I'm joking. Yeah, Ignite has given you the foundation for building a big business, and you'll embark on a journey after today. It's not just this 20-week course or this 20-class course. Today, we're going to close out the transaction segment by both looking back and looking forward, and we'll discuss a bit about finances and having a smart money business. So we're going to follow up from the previous session on getting to the close by getting paid. That's exciting. That's exciting. Getting a paycheck from your real estate business. And so by the end of today, not only will you complete Ignite, not only will you complete Ignite, but you're going to understand the importance of running a smart money business. Okay, you're going to learn the importance of running and knowing a smart money business to achieve successfulness and happiness. We're going to review the success system that we went through to understand your wins and opportunities, and we're going to identify different learning paths available to design your future plan, because all of us are not going to go in the same route. Okay, so you have lead generation, you have lead follow-up, and you have the transactions. What did I tell you, Tim, today? The money is in the follow-up. Okay, the money is in the follow-up. Lead generation is just the way to get there. But then if you do not follow up, somebody else is going to get that business. Now, tell you a personal story. You know, in 2016, I helped someone in this class purchase a home. Okay, and in this class, I helped someone purchase a home. And when I was handing over the keys, Tim, somebody from across the street walked over with a baby in hand to introduce themselves to this homeowner. Okay, and I introduced them to the homeowner. And so a couple of weeks ago, that same person that I helped purchase the home said that she was upset because that person is now selling their home.
And you're the agent.
And she's not the agent.
Oh.
Miss Brittany.
Just neighbors.
They were just neighbors, and so you see, now mind you, can I tell my story?
Yes.
Now I live on 100, now mind you, I've been in this 18 years. Right? In this 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, I stay 3 minutes away from Van Ness. So you have Van Ness, which is a busy street, if you're familiar with Van Ness. Okay, and so I'm coming home maybe 3 months ago, and there's a sign in the yard from a house that sits right on 116th, because I go here when I'm coming from the market here, and then I gotta click here to go home. So right here, there's a house for sale, Coldwell Bank. Okay, but oh, there's some houses that, you know, they always decorate for Halloween and everything like that. Always do it. Okay, So then. Yesterday. I'm coming home. Always look at the house as for sale. What do we tell you about circle prospecting? Circle prospecting is you find a listing and you market around that listing. Okay. Why, Tim? Why? Why? 2 doors down from this house. There's a house for sale. There is a house for sale. And there's a house for sale.
Different agents.
3 different houses with 3
Wow.
different agents.
Maybe they're friends with you.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe they're friends with you.
And don't.
3 right next door to next door to next door.
Well, you had a listing in Corona like a few months back and it was. Everyone was going to all those, because the open houses were every weekend at the same time. We had one ourselves. And it wasn't necessarily next door. One was across the street, like diagonal across the street.
Mhm.
Another one was like 3 houses down. And then another one was on the street that ran into the street that we were on. So it's 4 houses, but they were all different agents too.
Yeah.
So
So-
it happens.
It does happen, but does it have to happen?
No,
The reason why it doesn't have to happen is someone was totally concentrating on circle prospecting.
yeah.
You follow me? Totally concentrate on circle prospecting. It could be this, I'm selling their house, yes, I can sell yours too. I'm selling their house, yeah, I can,
Direct mail, door knock, like all the things, right?
yes, yes. So that's why the lead is in the follow-up. But follow-up, So-
You lost 3.
huh? Say. Where's the city? Where's the city? Yes. Tim, come on. No. Yes, yes. I did. I deserve that.
That was your contact. I have you so much. I appreciate your story.
Yeah, see? So it's just, just like your door knocking, you keep doing that. If you just do your block.
Right.
Now, mind you, just because they're gone, or they're going, or they're selling, doesn't mean that you can't get somebody else in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you let them know, you say, hey, I'm not just your neighbor, I'm your realtor.
Right.
Yeah, so. Yes, you got me, Miss Bernice, you got me, okay.
Slam.
Okay. So we want to make sure, it says in the notes, make sure you guys fill out your evaluation at the end of the training portion today. We want to make sure what you guys feel about Ignite and all of that. Okay, so let's begin to set our sights on a big future. After all that's we've been aiming for is what we're going to do in our business today and tomorrow. There's a line in the Real Estate Millionaire Agent book: to have a better chance of hitting the target, aim high. Aiming high begins with thinking big. And that's what today's lesson is mostly all about. Gary Keller says, how you think matters. How you think in the beginning really matters. What are your thoughts on this quote?
Mindset is such a huge thing for anything in life. It's all about mindset right there. It really does matter. It matters on how we feel about ourselves, about how we feel about others, how we feel about the business that we're in, you know?
Yeah,
I'm just listening to a presentation on how to be an influencer. And they just showed this little girl.
you're listening while we're in class.
Sorry, it's started at girl talking about mindset. And her key thing that a teacher told her to do as she got frustrated because she wasn't doing something good enough, or she wanted to do something and it wasn't working, The teacher said, whatever it is you're struggling to do, put the word yet at the end of your statement. So I'm not good at dribbling the basketball
Yeah.
yet. And that just that one simple word changes your mindset about what your potential is and what you can do and what
Right.
your abilities.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely right. Okay. But what stands out to you mostly on this when it comes to you?
The beginning. How you think of the beginning?
How you think of it?
Setting the tone.
Setting the tone. So Tim, you know, you guys are experiences. Tim has from 20 classes ago, has an issue with what?
Talking to the people that I know in an ingenuine manner.
In an ingenuine manner. Now define ingenuine.
There's an agenda behind my phone call.
Right, it is. And what is the agenda?
To at least mention real estate, but I'm disguising it like a check-in phone call.
you doing?
Okay, so replace the word but with it.
What the heck did I say? I realize it.
Check in on somebody. You
To
said
talk-
but-
That was to talk about real estate and
Disguise. That's
And
great.
believe it or not, you do not have to disguise it. I'll let you know that. You don't have to disguise it.
Sure.
You create a conversation. Hey, Christina, I haven't talked to you in a while. Guess what? I am calling you about real estate because I'm a realtor now. Boom, there it is, you know, and it can be jokingly, you know, but you say, no, on a serious note. I just wanted to get connected with you because my business is growing and I wanted to make sure you knew what I was doing. You know, so I don't want you to think about disguising.
Yeah, I think the script stuff, I understand that it works, and as a new agent. We should stick to scripts, like that's what I've been reading and hearing about and whatever, because they work supposedly, you know. But if it's ingenuine and I'm talking to people that I know, then that's what bothers me.
Okay, so let me give you a trick. They haven't put it in paper yet, but we don't call scripts anymore scripts, we
Yeah.
call them conversations.
Should.
So they have not put it in writing for us to really see, because you're going by what was doing before. So here it is with scripts or conversation. This is, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Okay, you ready?
Sure,
Do not read a script to someone on the phone,
okay,
okay? What I want you to do is I want you to practice the conversations in the morning. Practice the conversations in the morning by reading the conversations in the book. Practice those conversations. The brain is a crazy thing. Because once you practice those in the morning and something comes up, it automatically flows the way you would say it.
Yeah, it becomes your personal
It becomes,
experience.
so you don't have to say the script. All you do is, okay, when I was growing up in real estate, said, who do you know who's interested in buying selling? Who do you know who's interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Who do you know who's interested in buying, selling, or interested in real estate? Who do you know who's interested in buying that? Hey, this script, tell me who are you interested in buying something? Okay, so now we're having a conversation. Hey, Tim, how you doing? You know what? I just would need to know. Do you know anybody who's interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I can talk to today? You know, so it comes, now it's the way I say it rather than, Tim, do you know somebody who's interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate? You know, now it becomes a part of my conversation. It's just like, it's just like this. You play music, right?
Yeah.
And you have a different conversation when you were talking about music, right?
sure.
So when you and Don were talking, you guys had a language of talking about music that I necessarily sing, but I don't play. Okay, so you all definitely had a conversation that could literally kind of lock me out because you guys have that conversation because of what you're doing. That is the same thing with real estate. Now you have that relation with real estate, that now you have that conversation that's built inside because it's something that you've learned. It's not something that you learn and then it'll say, I'm gonna practice in front of you guys and blah, blah, blah. No, you learned, you went to practice, you practice. Then when it was time to present it, boom, it was presented. Okay, so the same thing it is with your conversation. Every morning, when you talk about your affirmation, when you're saying your affirmations, what should be next after your affirmations? Your conversation practice. So you should have your conversation book and say, okay, which conversations am I going to talk or look at today? Which conversation I'm gonna go after this? So you do your affirmations every morning, don't you, Ken?
Yeah.
Now, what you gonna add to it? Your conversation, you're gonna get, you guys got your conversation booklet, right? Your script booklet, right?
I have one, but we didn't.
It's in
In Ignite.
Ignite. It's one of the supplemental slides.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. you have the whole- Yes,
Yeah.
yes, so all you do is take that, if you need a book like this to set it in front of you, in front of a mirror, and just read it, just read it. Hi, my name is Tim, from Keller Williams Realty. I was blah, 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 blah. You read that script, just read it 3 times, read it 4 times, get tired of it, then go about your day. Okay, but do that every day. And now it becomes a part of your conversation. Okay? When we say that thinking matters, we're talking about mindset. Okay? So throughout the Ignite, we talked about the importance of mindset, because mindset matters, not just today, not just during Ignite, it matters every single day. Sometimes your mindset turns to doubt, disappointment, or fear. These are the times that we be aware of and we quickly correct them, because mindset is in your control. Okay? Mindset is in your control. You control your mindset. Your mindset does not control you. Okay, say this after me. I control my mindset.
I
control my mindset. Say it. I control my mindset. My mindset does not control me.
My mindset does not control me.
Okay, now let's examine where you are now compared to where you were at the beginning of Ignite. We use one example with Tim. Take a moment to tune in internally. Where is your head?
More inspired. I'm obviously need to put that into action, but having ideas and being creative and all that is usually like a big part of who I am. So this is really like honed in on that. And I have my calendar is full of all these different things that I have planned. Now I have to put the action behind it,
Right,
yes,
right.
but it really it does ignite you if you know.
Okay.
That's what it's done for me.
I think the same thing, but it's also kind of giving me the confidence too,
Okay.
to start those conversations with people, you know, because I think in the beginning I was sort of lost on. Because I don't want to be that person, like, people see me come in, they're like, go the other way, go the other way, like, no, it's funny. So I'm just trying to figure out how to like, you know, come off genuine and not pushy and all that kind of stuff, so it's definitely given me confidence more to talk to people. I've definitely had way more conversations, you know, in the past month.
Okay.
With people than I was before.
Awesome.
So it's giving me a little bit more jump to like go do it. And I'm talking to my neighbors more, which I've been there for over 12 years. And they're like, oh, I didn't know you're a realtor. You know, and it's just like, okay, you know, here we are. So
Awesome.
just spreading it around.
Ms. Bernice, where's your mindset? Where's your head?
My head now is, oh, I can do this, and I can be a top producer in it. Cause I'm always thinking, I've always been a competitive person. And so before Ignite was like, and these people are killing it, I can't do it. And so I make a habit when I come in before I leave, I look at, because they tacked up on the board, what you guys have done and everything. And I'm always looking, my mind says, okay, so who would you target to take out? Who you want to be?
Take somebody.
And anyway, and that I started doing that in this business, because I used to do that in my other business, and that makes it fun for me. Teaching is fun for me.
You gonna take somebody? Yes, ma'am. Where's the head?
My calendar.
Is it very much?
I call my calendar.
Okay.
And I write everything down, and then just do it.
Okay.
And I say things.
Sorry. Where's your head?
I think I'm all charged up and I just wanna get working on stuff.
Okay, you wanna get it going, right? Let me tell you something, it's all in the conversations and different things are gonna happen while you're moving around, while you're doing things, conversations are gonna come up. And you cannot be afraid there's a favorite burger place I go to called Raleigh Pet. And I'm not sure whether or not y'all are familiar with Raleigh. Crenshaw and Imperial, okay? That place has been there over 30 years with the same owner, And so this past week, I went into Raleigh Hut and they know me by name, especially when I call in, because I always order a burger special cut and force. And so that's the only place my wife says they cut and force. So they say, is it spread? Yeah, it is. So they made a transition in the people that work there. And so I'm standing there, this time I did not call in my order, but I went in, ordered my food, different people except for one person, she saw me. Hey Fred, how you doing? I said, I'm doing great. So now I'm standing up waiting for my food and the guy at the register was like, they were having a conversation. And I am respectfully nosy, I'm gonna let you know that. I am respectfully nosy, I'm going to listen to your conversation. And so he was talking about, he said, yeah, I'm about to get into real estate. You know what I did? I said, excuse me. He said, the thing, I said, excuse me. I said, you just said, what? You get into real, I said, where are you taking your real estate class? He said, I'm going to college. I said, why are you going to college? I said, how long does it take you to get your license in college? He said, about a year and a half, 2 years. And I said, why don't you do it 3 months? He said, what? I said, yeah, why don't you do 3 months, 2 nights a week? I said, I teach the real estate class every Tuesday and Thursday. And so the lady behind me, the one who knew me, she said, hey Fred, she said, I didn't know you taught real estate too. She said, I need a card because I want to tell some other people who are interested in getting this real estate.
Recruiting now?
You're recruiting for that. You know? So you gotta understand, it's always in opening your mouth. Be respectfully nosy. It's okay to be respectfully nosy. You know, when I was doing hair, somebody says, well, I'm not satisfied with my hair. You know what? I do hair. If you're interested, you can give me a try. You understand what I mean? So, yeah. So,
You said I do.
yeah, I do hair. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel aligned with your heart? Do you feel aligned with your heart? Mhm.
That's a constant, it's just a constant work in progress, you know, like staying aligned. It involves so many things. Some days, yes, some days, no, you know.
So here's another question. Are your feet ready for the actions that are necessary for your success? Yes? Are your feet ready? What are some of the ways that you've adjusted your thinking? Yes.
So I just coming to my class for the past session and then Wednesday meetings. I shoot this company, I'm just coming to the office every day, even when the class is stopped, still come to the office. So that's a major risk. I can never work with that, you know, my 10 or 20, I'm trying to get 21 leads in my 21 contacts in my And they have database, I've got to straighten them out, so I just come here every day and do a certain number until I get it done, and I get that with 201,
201.
then I'm gonna make how much money? That's what I'm thinking. So that's a major change in my life.
Okay.
In my actions.
So you're ready to take action to have a successful day, right?
Mhm.
And it's not just when the excitement is there. You gotta do it when you feel good, you gotta do it when you feel bad, you gotta feel it when, you know,
When you're hungover.
when you gotta get hungover, you gotta do it at all times in order to have a successful day. Remove your limiting thoughts. Remove those limiting beliefs. Set big goals. Don't set small goals that you know you're gonna reach. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, how many of you, I know through the course, did they have you set up accountability partners in Ignite?
Sort of.
No? Okay,
Right, no, I don't.
They did during like a couple of the classes, but he didn't really like discuss it very much, whoever the instructor was.
oh, okay.
Cause I think one day like me and Pam would team up, and then another day like you and Christina would team up.
Okay, so it wasn't a
It
direct,
wasn't like a sign, like, you know,
Oh.
hey, like, after this class is over, like, you and this person need to talk on a frequent basis and
oh, okay.
hold each other accountable.
So here we have our belief system. This is what has kept me grounded at KW. It is the WI4C2Ts. And they added the ES, or they added the E. Win, win, or no deal. Not just because somebody wins does not mean somebody has to lose. Okay? You look for the win in both. Integrity, do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, you seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty, and then the equity that we added was opportunities for all. Now, Jennifer started off as a Jennifer Kucera, started off as an assistant, and now she's an OP. Okay? So you can go wherever you want to in this business. You can have as much equity as you want to in this business, if you choose to. You know, success results through people. You cannot be successful all by yourself. You need somebody, you need a team. And I'm not talking about the digital team where you guys said you need a team. You need people that you're going to work with, people that you're going to talk to, people that you're going to relate to. And that is what's going to give you the success that you need. So, revisit your value proposition. Does my value proposition truly reflect who I am, the value I bring, and the benefit my clients will experience working with me? Am I confident sharing my value proposition with my contacts? If not, how can I make it easier to express my value? So you've checked your mindset, and now let's check back to the original value proposition. So that was in session 4. Anyone want to share what their value proposition was in session 4? You don't have your computer.
I would like to because I missed that class,
Okay.
but I reviewed it literally yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I watched the YouTube thing and I did this yesterday. And I wanted to get input
Go
on
for it.
this because I just did this on my own kind of.
Go for it.
I have to find it. If anybody else wants to share in the meantime.
You can do control F, maybe you'll find it quicker.
Christine. Christine.
I lost my value proposition when I didn't save my documents, I'm just
Oh.
looking to see if I can find or
Oh, okay,
I had it copied and pasted somewhere else, but. Not finding it.
okay.
I have to start over from scratch.
Oh, fine.
Almost, yes, right here somewhere.
And I think, I mean, when it goes back to the value proposition and when I'm talking to people in conversation. It goes back to the fact that I'm a nurturer and an educator, and what I want to bring in this business is the opportunity for people to either get on the property ladder or make sure they're positioned to, later in life, ensure all the i's are dotted and t's are crossed to make sure that their investment, their lifetime investment is secure and becomes flex.
Okay. Now, are you confident in sharing that with your contacts?
Yes, I've done it times already.
Okay, great. And what were their response?
I mean, it was people that I knew and they were like, I get that, that's totally you. But, you know. And their next question was, so how does that relate to me? And I said, well, you just told me that your son is starting off his business and he's looking for land. I'm not in your area, but if I can be a sounding board for him, know that I'm here, and I can probably help him find a real estate agent who's gonna be extremely focused towards that commercial buildup, so. Yeah.
So one thing that you wanna always utilize is the power of your company.
Yes,
So even though you're talking about you and your value proposition, you also wanna say, instead of you saying, I'm not in your area, you say, I work with a company that has a wide reach and I really help you with the professionalism that you need. So I'm using the company and I'm saying,
yes,
follow me?
yeah,
Because then when you just, in their mind, saying, well, how is she gonna do this?
right,
How is she going to do this if she's, not here?
right,
You follow?
Yeah.
Okay. You got yours?
Yeah, so I want to preface this a tiny bit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed like figuring things out, like so if I have like a difficult situation or it's basically like the hunt to try to solve the situation. And this stems back from like working with my hands with stuff. Like I was always like a skateboarder and like figuring out like how to like put things together and whatever, things like that. Or like I was always big into electronics and like figuring out like how these connections could work to make, to try to achieve whatever outcome I'm trying to achieve. It sounds really weird, but so like the idea of hunting for a solution for something. Okay, so that's one. And also I view myself as like a patient and understanding person. Like I'll listen well and yeah, that kind of stuff. And then I also want people to know that I can be there for them right now, in addition to like always, I'll be your realtor for life type of thing. So I came up with, and I don't know if this wording is too like drastic, but anyway, it's this hunting for your home solution. Let me rephrase it. Hunting for your home solution, understanding your needs and helping you now and in the future.
Okay,
So I'm
Cool,
yeah.
that's good.
thanks, I don't know.
I mean, is that your value proposition?
For my best understanding of like what like a slogan type of thing is, should be, and Carlos taught that class, and Carlos was literally hustle apart, 3 words, super short. And other people's examples were like really long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do here, I couldn't ask any questions, I'm just watching on YouTube.
Right.
But yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
I wanted to at least share it.
right, that's it. Mine is whether buying or selling, the first one moving should be your realtor.
So,
Whether buying or selling, the first one moving should be your realtor.
oh yeah, that's good, I like it.
So, because in both instances, guess what? You're moving,
Right.
so it's totally a catchphrase that you can use, and I'm gonna give you a new one. that will cut that down
Please.
by using a tool called ChatGPT.
You're the biggest advocate for that.
You know what I mean is, if you put that in there and say, I want a short slogan for hardworking
Yeah.
hustle, and then if it doesn't meet your need, you just keep going, just say more.
Revise it, keep
Right.
Just say more, just say more, I want more, give me 5 more, give me 10 more. And then, because guess what, if society is giving us a tool to make things easier, to make it happen in our lives, guess what? Use it.
You did, take it.
But isn't it app, I can't use it just on the browser. I tried looking it up on a browser because I hate downloading like too many apps.
No, you don't have to download.
And I thought it was like, I have to download the ChatGPT app, and I'm like, I don't want another app.
Mhm.
And plus, I don't trust a lot of apps because they really are
Right,
invasive with your privacy.
so ChatGPT, you don't have to download, when you download it, that's something that you have to pay for.
Okay, that's
So-
where everywhere I looked, it said download, and I'm like, I don't want to download, I just want to like pull it up in my browser and use, I was trying to. use
You
it
go
the other
to
day.
chat.openai.com.
Okay,
To go there, don't go to ChatGPT,
okay,
because people are selling ChatGPT.
that's the one I found.
So you go to chat.openai.com,
Okay, thank you.
and then it'll tell you to log in. That's the way, there's a paid version now, and there's a free version, okay? But those things help you create that value proposition that gives you a short thing that when you look at yourself, hey, that's me. You understand what I mean? Okay, so. Oh, we've already done that. So we revisited your big life. Let's look back on Ignite session 1. That was when I was here, so you guys can't lie on that one. In your participant guide, where you envisioned a big life for yourself, regarding what did you write for your vision? What did you write for your vision, your future of your big life? Is there anything that you'd like to change after these 20 classes? What was your big thing? What was your big why? In session 1. Anybody?
Getting to retirement faster.
Getting to retirement faster?
Faster and. Taking some of the stress of that financial burden from my husband.
Okay. Is there anything that you would change after taking this course?
I think that's still the ultimate goal, but I think my bringing out the skills and bringing out the wanting to nurture and help people is what I'm more focusing on.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
My why is for generational wealth. I seen my dad work really hard his whole life and, and then get to the point of retirement when he was supposed to, that's when we're all supposed to enjoy it at that point, right? Well, I want to enjoy it now, and I want to be able to afford the luxuries that I think I deserve. So, and also teach that to, I don't have any kids, but my godchildren, my nieces and nephews, and these are things that we weren't taught, growing up. So that's why I want to do it. That's
Okay.
my why.
Okay, think big, aim high. Okay, think big, aim high. Think big, aim high. What's the saying? If you shoot for the moon, you may miss it, but at least you'll hit the star. Something like that, right? So don't limit yourself on how big your life can be. You follow me? Yes, go ahead. Here he goes. He did it. He did it. Let's hear it. Go ahead. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes.
AI speaking. So once again, mine originally was, mine was hunting for your home solution, understanding your needs and helping you now and in the future. And it said, Dedicated to finding the right home solution for you, listening to your needs and providing ongoing support. Man, that last one's not that great, but it's crazy though, it's wild.
And you can do, you can say, give me more, but make it shorter.
Right.
Give me more, make it shorter and powerful. Isn't that interesting?
Thank you, Fred.
And then when it comes up, let's know. Gary Keller says, one thing all high achievers have in common is they are working for a big why. The big why is about having a purpose, a mission, or a need that in turn gives you focus. We introduced the concept of the big why in day one. And we know that it takes time for each of us to think about and determine a concrete big why for ourselves. Moving forward after Ignite, it's essential to have a clear and concise picture of your big why, since it is going to keep you motivated and on track to meet your goals. That's the time that you're putting in the mirror. That's something that you want to see every single day. That's something that you want to see walking out your door. You want to make sure that that is front and center. Okay? Got that? Did you get another one?
I did it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I put give me more to make it short. It says finding your ideal home with personalized supports always there for you.
So it goes deeper and deeper, and you can just, you know. So moving forward after Ignite, it's essential for us to do that. As the quote states, it's your purpose, it's your mission, it is what you need that gives you focus. Okay? Here we are, big, because you are after extraordinary results. Why? It's the reason you get up every day and you do what you do. So let's dig into that a little bit more. Your big why, it's big, it's important to you. It may not be important to me, but it's important to you. It is what gets you out of bed every morning, excited about a busy day. It brings you energy, it brings you focus. It is the ultimate turbocharger in your life. It's already present, and if you haven't thought about it, think about it right now. Okay? Your big why can really be big, or it can be a small big. It doesn't matter. It is whatever drives you. Yes.
Yeah, mine is becoming the go-to person for my family.
Go-to person for
I
your
want to
family.
be that person. When anybody in my family has any need, they will come to me first. Or they go to anybody, or they know they can always come to me.
Mhm.
And I want to always be able to step to the plate to, you know, assist. Usually it's financial, and that's the thing for me.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you say they come to you for everything. Hey, I need some money.
But basically, when I talk about being the go-to person, I am talking about the go-to person financially for the rest of my family.
Mhm.
That's what I want to be.
Okay.
Because we've never, as a family, we've never had that. We've never had anybody in the family. When different things came up, they were serious issues. Some people would say, oh, we'll go to AMJ, but my family has never had anybody. And as I've grown up, as I've worked, I always desired to be that person and to put myself in a position to be that person.
And the interesting thing that's in the notes, it says your big why should incorporate all the people in your life and the good that you can provide for them. So you guys have your participant guides with you? Most of them, okay. So,
I don't have it.
I want you-
Saturday.
okay, you can write it down. So get clear on what matters to you and write it down. What topics or causes are most important to you? I want you to write those things. What topics or causes are most important to you? Go ahead and write that down. What topics or causes are important to you? Whether it be anything. Mhm.
Not real estate.
No.
All right.
Because remember, although you're a real estate professional 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not a real estate professional 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're a human being. Okay? It's just something that you do that creates who you are. So you do other things.
It's like hobbies.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
an interesting way to phrase it, but
yeah, so what topics do you like? What topics are important to you? What causes are important to you? And then second question, if you guys want me to move forward. Permission to move forward? Second question, what gives you energy and fuels you personally? What gives you energy and fuels you personally? What puts fire under your feet? Let's say your other thing. Here's one that I never knew about 20 years ago. What is something that you would do even if you weren't paid? I was that person when I was doing hair. I would do hair even if I didn't, if I didn't pay $100, I would do it. That's how much I love doing it. What is something you would do even if you were not paid? And the last one is, what do you envision for yourself and your future? What do you envision for yourself and your future? Do you have those 4 bullet points written down? Do those match your big why? So in order to have a big life, you've got to have a big why, because our big why powers our big life. Okay? A great aspect of the big why is it helps you say yes to what's important and no to the things that aren't a part of your big why. My big why for personally has always been my family. You know, I always wanted to be connected to my family, my sons, you know, that are out of state, my grandbabies, my daughter-in-law, always wanted to be connected. That's what my big why for real estate was, be able to make enough money that I didn't have to worry about anything, okay? My big why for teaching is, I remember where I was 18 years ago in this business. And I love to pour into people. And I'm always concerned on whether or not I'm pouring or missing the bucket. You know? And so that is my big why. And that's why I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about the business that I have. I'm passionate about my ministry. I'm passionate about it all. That's what keeps me going. Who has a big why you want to share with the group?
I don't wanna reshare because I already kind of stated mine earlier, but
But you just said.
speaking to that, I was at a birthday party this weekend. It was for my goddaughter. She just turned 18. And like I said, I don't have any kids, but I have 6 godchildren, and so they're my babies for now. So anyways, I was at a table with, you know, several other family members, and again, speaking to like, hi, I'm in real estate now, and everyone was like, what? You know, and then I just got on to my big why. I don't know how the conversation went there. But I just turned it into like this, I'm always about mentoring too, like when it comes to like my loved ones, my, you know, like, and anybody that needs it, you know, I think I just have a big heart that comes from like who I am as a person, but I got on this whole rant about how I want to do this to help us to like, for us all to win, for us to learn more, the things that we weren't taught growing up, you know, for us to, you know, I want to win, and that means you guys, that means you win, that means, you know, I teach you how to win, and my best friend,
Wow.
I don't know what the heck like possessed me, and my best friend's, her friend was right there, and she goes, where do I sign up? I just went off on a rant, and then when I had to rush out to leave, she ran to the car and she's like, do you have cards? And I'm waiting for my cards for my pictures that I just took last week, and I said, no. She goes, mail me some, and she's like, well, we need to talk, and I was like, wow, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. 'Cause
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah,
And even motivating like the younger people to like, you know, ready for age and stuff.
exactly.
So what are some of the ahas that you guys got out of this first part?
I think it's also always gonna be something that we have to remind ourselves to visualize and to check in.
Mhm. Okay.
And be respectfully nosy.
Respectfully noted. Yes, yes. So we have a smart money business. How do we have a smart money business? First of all, the 6 core competencies of a business: lead generate, capture, and convert to appointments. Present to buyers and sellers and get the agreement. Show buyers and market sellers. Write and negotiate contracts, coordinate the sale to closing, and then manage the money. So we've been learning a lot about 1 through 5, but we don't talk about number 6. We haven't talked about number 6 and how you manage the money. Yeah, my first year, I made $136,000 my first year. If you asked me where it went, I could not tell you. Okay, all I could tell you was I made it because it was officially on my 1099. Okay? But if you ask me where it was, I have no idea. I was 6 months in. Okay, 6 months in. So you're going to get paid for all the diligent work that you do to help buyers and sellers transact business. And that's what you're here for after all, correct?
Yes.
So you get paid and develop a big business for yourself. So here, where does your commission dollars go? Where do they go? It's important to remember that getting paid in the real estate industry is different from the salary that you may have gotten before. The check you get upon closing a deal is not to be put in your pocket and spent. There will be expenses to pay and ever-present taxes that must be saved for and paid every quarter. Who remembers where the commission goes? Where does the commission go? Number
What do you
one,
mean?
where does the commission go, the first part?
The other agent.
Oh, first part goes in your savings,
Nope,
your.
nope,
We're talking about
Are you looking
escrow?
at this, the other agent?
go to the other agent.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, where's the next one go?
Taxes.
Business expenses. Well, that's 3. Where did 2 go? Your market center.
Mhm.
Of course.
What does 3 go to?
Business expenses.
Duh. And 4? 4 is taxes and 5 is your take.
We're at the bottom of the total.
Yes. This is wonderful, isn't it? Okay, so financially sound or unsound. Sole commission, $9,000, paid to the order of Jessica Campbell, 5760. Personal bank account, 5760, business savings, 0. Jessica's wallet, 5760, tax savings, 0. That's wonderful because you got paid $5,760, right? So 9,000 paid to the order of Jessica Campbell, business bank account 1728, personal bank account 4,032, tax savings account 1633, state and federal 966, self-employment 617, wallet $2,419. Don't like that, do you?
Mhm.
You know what that should encourage you to do? Do more.
Mhm.
Okay. Do more. Money is good for the good that it can do. Okay? Money is good for the good that it can do. When you see Jessica is saving 40% of her income taxes, that you got to understand. Now that you have a clear understanding of the importance of being financially sound, what is the purpose of business? Purpose of business is profit, right?
Yes.
Because with no profit, you don't have the money to do with what you want to do. What good will you have your money? What good will you have your money create for you? Okay. So here, the flow of money. If we explore the difference between income and profit and how and the way you think of how the money comes through and the outcome of your business. If you've taken any accounting sources, any accounting courses, you probably know the formula commonly used to calculate the profit of business is income minus expenses equals profit. Okay, income is what goes in, expenses is what goes out, and profit is what's left. Profit. How much money do I intend to make to have in my bank account at the end of the year? Income. How many homes do I need to sell to achieve that goal? Expenses. How can I minimize my expenses to maximize my net income? Thinking of this is a way to keep you focused on profit rather than income. Okay, many of us look at the income, but we want to look at the profit because your income is not that commission check that you have. So we're clear, where does our real estate income come from? Listing income comes from transaction with sellers. Sales income
Transaction with buyers.
come with buyers. Referral income and leasing income. Okay, so you have listing income, you have sales income, you have referral income, and you have leasing income. Profit, what's your goal? Expenses, how can you minimize the expenses and how many homes do you have to sell? Expenses related to your real estate business. So now let's talk about expenses. You have the cost or expense related to each transaction that you make. The cost of making the sale, which is commissions paid to the market center, which is fees to your broker. In our case, it's 20%. Your royalty fees, which is 6% up to $3,000. Did y'all know that, right? Okay. Commissions or splits paid to the employer or independent contractors involved in the sales, and then your referral fees. I think I said something that just threw you guys. You have your commission, your cap fee, your office fee, and your royalty. This is what I do. This is what I do. Whenever I get a commission check, I automatically deduct 26%. Okay, you say, but my commission to the office is 20, you pay your royalty, which is a total of $3,000. But when the $3,000 goes away, it still becomes 100%.
What's
So
the royalty fee?
royalty goes to international, Keller Williams International. Mhm. So just automatically take off 26%. You know, if you want to know how much you're gonna get in your paycheck on your commission check, 26%, and then I think it has the attorney fee and anything like that. Okay, that's what I do. The 6% goes away probably after 1 or 2 bills. Okay, because of the way it works. But okay, then you have operating expenses. The cost or expense related to running your business, whether you have sales or not. That's rent, auto, salaries for administrative staff, transactions coordinator, runner, buyer and listing specialist, insurance, professional services, marketing and advertising, equipment, supplies, and education. All of those things are included. Here are some of the best practices. First of all, you got to gain clarity on your big why and your plans for the future. Okay, you have to gain clarity on your big why. That means your big why has to be front and center on all that you do. Then you set your personal and your business budgets. Okay, what am I going to spend personally and what am I going to spend business wise? Because if you get a check, you can spend all of that on personal easy. Maybe and it disguises itself as doing good. Here it is. I'm gonna pay off all my bills. I'm gonna pay off this first. I'm gonna pay off this first. And then in between you paying off, oh, I can enjoy myself here. I can enjoy myself. I'm gonna pay off this, oh, I can enjoy myself here. And then it's gone. I've been 36. Okay. I tell you all that number, okay? Open additional bank accounts for taxes, expenses, and other savings. Download and use the MREA chart of accounts. Purchase or download tax accounting software. Hire an accountant, CPA, attorney, tax advisor, and we can use our young lady in the rear, Ms. Mueller. She is are you hiring people? Are you accepting new clients? No. Oh, she only deals with high class. No, I'm joking, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But you can ask for a referral because she is in that business, okay? Yeah, see, she'll answer the question for you. If you say, I gotta take the 5,000, how much should I put away? She's gonna tell you how much you should do that, right? Okay, so you don't have a $14,000 tax bill like I did last year, okay? But just wanted to let you know. But mind you, after 18 years, that was my first time having to pay up the same. I literally wrote off everything. But I made 2 less. Yeah, I know, but I did it. It worked for 17 years. It worked for 17 years, but until it didn't, and it didn't, okay? So set dates to calculate and pay your estimated taxes and prepare for your future insurance savings and investments, okay? Gary Keller in the Shift Book says, think and act the wage you want before you earn it. Average is as average does. Good is as good does. And great is as great does. What you do is who you become. You got that? What you do. So in order to have a smart money business, you need money. You don't intend to make an average money or good money. You expect to make great money and do great things so you can live a big life, okay? So let's revisit some income goals that you had set for yourself. Did you guys remember your income goals that you set for yourself? Are you thinking and acting the wage you intend even before you earned it? That means you gotta look up here and say, okay, how much do I wanna make? My company dollar is 20% or 20% business expense. You would put 3% to a 6%. Total gross commission on what that would do, your average commission, your average or your annual transaction goal. And if it says, if I'm thinking and acting the wage that I intend before I earn it, then that means I need to put these numbers in play. So that I remember, where does your big why needs to be? Front and center, right? So should your goal be front and center. So if many of you said you wanted to make 300,000 or 6 figures, 100,000, you need to put it in front of you, minus your expenses and your goals, okay, in order to move forward. Check with your market center staff on the process to get paid to close. Because what happens is, whether you're using Command, I know all of you are using Command, whether you're using Command or not, when you do a transaction, it goes through Command. Okay, so if you hire a transaction coordinator, she is going to have access to your Command account. Or he, I'm sorry. You know,
They will have.
they will, okay. And so when you put that transaction in here, it talks about your database health on what it looks like, phone numbers, how many phone numbers you have in, how many emails you have, how many addresses you have, how many neighborhoods that you have, it's all in there, okay? So now we've been pushing Command and we'll continue to push Command because that's where your business is. What are some of your ahas that you got through learning about your finances? Any?
It's less going to your pocket than you think.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
already prepared for all of that. So-
Yes.
Exactly.
so here is the thing that keeps you in business. Committing to the success system for life. Learning new processes is a process. The daily success system has been a new process for you. You learn new ways of doing business, and undoubtedly, you've had some wins, things that went well, and opportunities in areas of improvement. So,
Daily success.
what are those 3 words at the top?
Daily. Daily.
The 6.
Weekly?
Daily.
So we have to have 10 conversations a week
Daily.
minimum. Remember, y'all
Yeah.
productivity
Just stop
guys.
at 10.
All of y'all is in productivity guys. We at 20, but I'm, for the sake of Ignite, 10 conversations. And those 10 conversations that we have, guess what? It already takes care of number 2.
Mhm.
So when you have those 10 conversations, you're gonna put add those people in your database, and you're gonna add them with notes saying what you talked to them about. Then you're gonna listen. So if you do this one, this takes care of number 2 and number 3. Because if you do this one, you're gonna put these in here, you're gonna write these to these.
Mhm.
You follow? Okay? Then your 10-5-1 social media management, that's something that you do within that week, right? Enrichments, appointments, agreements, closing. Now, let me tell you something. Now that TikTok, let me tell you something. Wait a minute, let me tell you something. No. These right here create these right here. Okay? Conversations added, handwritten, and social media engagement is going to create the enrichments. and going to create the appointments, is going to create the agreements, and going to create the closings. Okay? So you have to be accountable. I told someone told me, they said, I'm going to be accountable to myself. I said, there's no such thing in real estate as self-accountability. Okay? When you're accountable, it keeps your mindset focused and positive. It reminds you of your big why. It challenges you and makes you uncomfortable at times. And it's one of our 6 personal perspectives about being accountable. Okay? I was in MAPS coaching. MAPS coaching was $1,000 a month for a 30-minute conversation per week.
$250 conversation.
Hmm?
$250 per conversation.
Mhm. And guess what? That's all they were talking about. What did you do? Why did you do it? What are you gonna do better next week? How are you gonna get clients? They weren't laughing. They were not laughing, okay? So here are types of accountability. You have people, which is accountability partner, your productivity coach, your mentor, and your KW MAPS coach. Here, just look at this. This is $1,000. This is 15% of 3 deals. 15%. 5%.
Ah,
I got you.
you do good.
This is 15% of 3 closed deals. This is 5% of 3 closed deals. Accountability partner, free. Okay? Tools, 411. Let's do every month. Did y'all turn in your 411s?
I'm gonna give it to you in the next 2 days.
Okay, time blocking. And the one thing, those things are good for you moving forward. Some of your ahas on that, tell me.
Is the one thing the book?
One thing is the book.
Okay.
Mhm. One thing is the book.
What book? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned it, but like, it
I've
seems
never-
weird for that to be on that list.
I've
'cause it's
never
like,
heard of
no one-
You haven't heard of the book?
What are you talking about?
Okay,
The MREA or?
no,
Yeah.
it's written by Gary Keller called The One Thing.
It's been mentioned like once or something, but I don't-
Okay, The One Thing is a powerful book. I'm going to, I haven't said, oh, okay, I'm gonna make sure we touch on that in our productivity class on a regular basis. Okay, sound good?
Yes, sir.
So. Plan for learning. Be learning based. I applaud you all for coming into class, and those that are working full time, that are watching the YouTube repeats, because it is amazing when you become learning based. I'm 58 years old and I'm still learning. Okay? It would be sad if I was still in the digital Timex era. Did you catch that? It would be sad if I was still in the digital Timex area. Do you guys know about Timex? Are you guys too young to know about
A
Timex?
time is watch.
So watch it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the digital Timex, the ones with the digital thing,
Sure.
I would be kind of old,
You're just saying like basically analog versus whatever, like
Right.
back in the.
Exactly. Take for instance, I'm gonna make this real. Because I don't want to talk. Let me see it. Yeah.
What's going on?
Let me see it. Okay,
I love this bill.
so, oh, no, not that bill. But remember, we had the pager, right? Bless you. Remember we had pagers, right?
Yeah, oh my God. yeah.
Pagers, yeah. We can say hello by typing in a certain thing. Then went to.
4, 3.
Right, Then we had cell phones. But the good thing about the big cell phones, that was one thing. But then we got the small cell phones, guess what we had? We had the cell phone holder. People were walking around. We had a cell phone holder, right?
I mean, maybe from dads.
See? I mean, you think about it. You think about it. You got, just like you said, when y'all talked about me with ChatGPT, y'all talking about me and say, well, when you guys keep on it. Imagine me walking in here because the cell phone holder is set like this, and then you have the thing sitting right here, and you have the big, look like you had a gun, you know, right, and then when the phone rang, you just pulled it out and, you know, hello, then you went back and, you know, we don't anymore. You know, so being learning based, you learn more about your market, preview homes, tour neighborhoods, understand the amenities that are in your neighborhood. Days on market, new construction, what codes are going on, attend events, family reunion, mega agent camp, and then read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, Shift, and The One Thing. Those are the books that we were talking about, okay? So here's some courses, mindset and accountability. We went over briefly the 6 personal perspectives. We had, for those of you that attended, who attended BOLD before? No? Okay, you're gonna get a BOLD going on in here, okay? BOLD and Quantum Leap. And then command your business. This is online, smart finances, profitability, agent financials, business planning clinic. And then if you're hiring team members, then you have career visioning. Sales skills is KW Connect live videos. No ceilings, level up your lead generation, train the presenter, customer experience, win-win negotiations, diversity, equity, inclusion, the color of real estate, unconscious bias, agent of distinction. All of those, the ones that have the dollar next to them, meaning that you have to pay for them. So train the presenter, you have to pay career visioning, you pay BOLD, you pay. BOLD is $800 for pleasure. It's $800 for 7 weeks, okay? But every transaction you close during those 7 weeks, they take off a third, okay? So you can end up taking BOLD free if you do everything that they tell you to do. You want to know the basic things that they tell you to do in BOLD? Daily success with 100 contacts per week. That's the basis of the whole program.
Right.
And if you do it, guess what? You'll get your 3 transactions. Okay, let me put it this way. If you did 100 contacts per week, and BOLD says that if you do 100 contacts per week, you can do at least 3 transactions. Those 3 transactions will repay the $800 or refund you back your $800. So if you want to get out of the, how many people want to get out of the productivity program?
Yeah, that's true.
You get it.
Well,
I mean, I enjoy it.
no.
I enjoy
It's
it.
productive.
I know it. I mean, okay.
I'm just,
I want that to be-
See, I'm trying to change the mindset. Okay,
You graduate.
how many want to graduate, thank you, from the productivity program?
Yeah.
Graduation requires what? 3 transactions, right? So if you want to graduate from the productivity program, you take 3 transactions. And BOLD says that if you do 100 contacts per week in 7 weeks, then you can do 3 transactions. It's giving you a time frame. You can get out of the productivity program in 7 weeks if you religiously do 100 contacts per week, right?
Can I just ask
Yeah.
one? So, let's say you have like 300 contacts in your phone or something, like you have 300 phone numbers, okay? So you'd be out of contacts in 3 weeks for people that you know.
Mhm.
So then if you're bold or something like that, are you calling expired listing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Expired, disposed, You're getting a list from, default, you're getting a list from title, you're calling whoever you can call. Okay? So, plan for learning. Design your plan. Mission. Our mission here at Keller Williams is simple. Build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. That is our goal here at KW. That's our goal. Pure and simple. That is our mission. Ignite has set you on a path to build your career worth having and your business worth owning. Your path does not end here. You have other destinations on your journey to have a life worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. For our time together, do you have a picture of your life, experiences, and legacies, and what they will consist of? What are your thoughts?
Similar to Big Y, right?
Yeah.
What you
Mhm.
envision.
Because those are the things that we strive to help you make it in your business. You got to get real about your situation and get right about what you're doing. Bring a greater sense of clarity, priority, and focus to your work. Before we go through our final exercise of learning, look at that quote in SHIP, because it speaks to the truth about the success in this business. In order to achieve your life worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving, you must get real about your situation and get right about what you're doing. Bring a greater sense of clarity, priority, and focus to your work. So let's look at that now. Design your future. These are the things that we've talked about. I want you right now, take out a piece of paper. And I want you to put together your future plan for the next 12 months into one page. You have your participant guide, it's right there. I want you to complete the table. Then either remove it from your participant guide or take a picture on your phone and keep it in sight at all times to keep you focused and on track to your success. So I want you to take about 5 minutes right now. I want you to take about 5 minutes right now, and I want you to give me your value proposition, write that down if you already have it, your big why, your profit goal. Are any of these alien to you? We went through all of these in the last 20 classes, right? 19 classes. We went through value proposition, we went through your big why, we went through how much you wanted to make, number of transactions that it's going to take, your smart database, smart money, business accountability, and learning. So tell me, well, not tell me, but tell you. I want you to write those things down. Be clear about them. And I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that.
Profit goal is like what, overall annually or what?
So your profit goal would be, so we're doing what you want to make profit in this year. So within the next 12 months. Give you 2 minutes. I'll be back. Hey,
I'm sorry, what is? Smart, did I write this down, smart database, yeah, what?
smart database would be the 201.
Ah.
The-
Okay,
the
so,
building
okay,
your
utilize
database
it,
in command.
gotcha. And then smart money business,
Smart money business was knowing what we talked about today, where the money goes. On, not just putting your money in
being
just your personal account.
financially responsible.
Yeah, being financially responsible, correct. Okay, are you guys need a little bit more time? Okay. So let me ask you a question. How are you feeling about your real estate career right now?
Good, excited.
Excited, good? That was 2.
Oh, a lot more confident than I was.
Confident?
before.
Optimistic.
Optimistic? How you feel about this?
Let's do this, man.
Let's do this, okay? Focus, okay. Okay,
I'm a task person. I don't have a task. I always have a task for myself. I'm not productive.
You have to have it.
On that. Yeah, if I don't like write a plan down,
Uh-huh,
I try to do that every single day. I try to, at the end of the day, I write down all the things I'm gonna accomplish the next day. And I
okay,
literally will post it on like the inside of my front door, so I will see it. As soon as I like get up in the morning, I see it and I see what I have scheduled. If I don't do that, the next day will come and it'll be 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm like, oh crap.
so let me ask you a question, are you guys utilizing Google Calendars?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And I put it on my Google Calendar too, but sometimes that just gets like, you know, if I'm talking on the phone or if I'm in the middle of something, you know, you just dismiss an alert or something. And then it kind of goes away or whatever. I just, for me, I like to have it in writing like.
Okay, that's
That
good.
works for me.
Mhm. So you block out time for lead generation?
That's what I'm getting better at.
Okay,
I block
So-
off time, new generation, I block off time with fun too.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good, yeah, you have to,
That is not in the calendar, and I'm like, oh, I can't go.
Yeah, I think that we kind of learned that thing part of like the big night too, as far
Right,
as, you
right.
know. You need time off as well too, so
Mhm.
schedule your time off and schedule, you know, have like.
you got to schedule as fun as much as you schedule work, you know?
And do what I beat my children to do when they're in school,
Yes.
we have to have a calendar, don't
Mhm. So,
It's hard.
yeah, it is. How has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new? No changes?
This thing we said them all,
Yeah, you did, we did, yeah.
it's time to get out there. You know, planning your day, the lead generation, the daily success system, you know, just, I think we're all kind of ready to like just start doing
Get
all this
going.
stuff into action
Do it.
every day.
For me, it's like, I've been an independent contractor for 7 years. I left
Uh-huh.
corporate and I said I was never going back. And that has evolved, you know, from this thing to this thing to this hustle to this hustle. I mean, I've always. So for me, like accountability is a must. Like when you work for yourself, like you have to, I mean, no one's gonna pay you unless you go out there and get it. So I've already kind of been in that mindset now. Can I procrastinate? I still can procrastinate. But I think for this, in order for me to be successful, I really have, that has no place here. Like I have to truly, like the action will speak for itself in the success that I, you know,
Yeah,
have in this career.
absolutely.
So, in one word,
Who, me? You.
Keep this away.
Hi.
You want to know there.
go out to the door.
Yeah, go ask me this. Hi, man. So let me ask you, what do you guys feel differently about, especially today? What do you feel differently about? What was meaningful for you today?
So curiosity question, when it comes to, like we talked about setting your goals and what you're driving toward in a particular day. I think the one thing that I'm trying to figure out is that 80-20 rule. How do I challenge myself to make sure that those actions that I'm actually doing are a focus on the 20% that are really gonna make a difference?
Okay, so let's define the 20%.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
What would you say your 20% is?
For me, lead generation.
Okay, but what is that in, because your definition of lead generation may be different than someone else's.
So for me, I'd say my 3 focuses, I'm gonna be religious about calls every morning from 9 to 12. I'm gonna be active at making sure that I have open houses booked for the weekends. And I wanna start farming my neighborhood.
Okay, so a rule of thumb, your 20% is dollar producing activities.
Okay.
Okay? Making flyers It's not dollar producing,
Right,
okay? Scheduling your open house is not dollar producing. Okay?
so making the calls and adding them to my database. Making
Adding them
calls
to-
is,
adding them to your database is not your 20%.
okay,
Okay, so your 20% is going to be done within your 3 hours of lead generation.
okay,
So your 20%, listen to this, is going to fund your big why.
so should the time that you spend on that 20% be greater than the 3 hours?
It can be, but it can't be less,
Okay,
okay? Yes,
So, I don't know if you said or someone else said, though, it's 1 hour to prepare and then 1 hour of actual lead generating calls, contacting, and 1 hour of updating our follow. Right? Someone.
yeah, they had a plan, the plan was 1 hour of preparation, 1 hour of putting in the information at the end, and then 1 hour of actual calling. I call it 5 hours, so 1 hour before, 1 hour after your 3 hours of lead generation,
So you want to call for 3 hours?
yes.
because the 1 hour before and the 1 hour of input is.
Yeah, if you include that in your 3 hours, then you're not
Right, you're not,
lead generating well.
you're not doing anything. Okay,
Makes sense.
so
If you're
Your-
getting 20 calls in that hour, that's,
Actual conversations, not calls.
well, right, but you can do it via text or
Yeah.
as long as
Again.
you're speaking to someone, you know, responding.
as long as the response is there. But remember, your lead generation is your 20%. Your lead generation is your 20%.
Are meetings considered to be part of that 20%? Or is that still kind of a fall?
Speaking of class time,
No, speaking of actual in front of a lead. So you've talked to someone, you said, now I want to meet, let's go over the buyer presentation or the seller presentation, so.
yeah, that's
Still
okay.
considered to be my.
Dollar producing activities.
Yes, okay.
You know, what is going to produce the funds that are gonna be put in your pocket,
Okay.
okay? So how will your behaviors be different going forward? What actions are you gonna take?
Less in class time, training time to more actual calls and meetings.
Wait, say it again?
Less in class training time to more calls and meetings.
Not necessarily. It just means that you don't spend the whole day in training,
Yes,
Right.
okay? Because you need the training, it's just you have to adjust your lead generation hours.
and I guess in my mind, when I say less, because Ignite took a huge chunk
Right,
of
Mhm.
time and effort.
from what, 10 to 2? But
10 to 2
remember,
plus
it's,
getting-
no, Ignite took 10 to 12:30, supposed to,
That's not what happened.
oh, it didn't?
No.
No.
You guys.
10 to 12:30.
Ignite took
It's 10 to 2,
It's
with
10 to-
percent time being.
10 to 12:30, and then from 12:30 to 2, you were just supposed to do the lead generation.
Did it this way. and
We
Carl-
did that,
Carl
but
said that.
there were other people that we either end early, like at 12, or they would go all the way till 2, and then we had to do the success system like after that. So nobody was the same, like it wasn't.
Except,
Yeah, we didn't.
I don't think it-
It wasn't like, we didn't know when we were. We just expected from 10 to 2, but we didn't like,
okay, well, we learned.
yeah.
We learned from our challenges, and so we'll
It was good though, having all the different instructors and like getting like different perspectives on what works for them and what doesn't and stuff like that. I enjoyed that.
oh, okay.
Bob also was on it.
Great, Bob.
You, Carlos and Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way it's supposed to, it was 10 to 12, 12:30, 12:15, And then after that, that's why I asked as far as your accountability partners, because that's where that took place. During your lead generation portion of. Okay, so I learned something. I learned something. What tools, models, or systems will you use and how will they make you accountable? Man,
There's a section in Command too, where you can actually put your activities in and.
and I'm also working on that for the productivity so that we can have that, if I can have access to it. So we're working on that, like we talked about last time, so that you can put it in every single time you guys make your calls, so we're working on that.
Give us a list, right? You said we broke up into groups, you can give us a list.
Yes,
All of them we're in,
yes,
and then,
those are accountability groups.
yes,
Mhm.
are we gonna get that on Wednesday?
This, you probably get it before. Okay. Can you all do us a favor? And go there and make sure you fill out the course evaluation. Select the course instructor. I'm not sure what it has on there, but it'll say the course and it's going to be Ignite. So you're going to look Ignite whatever session. Of course, they have the sessions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you can actually go to the last one, that would be great. So it's kwueval.com. Okay.
Well, they break down Ignite into.
Yeah, and two, it's 20 different classes.
Yeah, do the
It's like your night 1 or night 20.
do the 20. I'm gonna be, because I'm here on the 20, so.
Oh, like they want
For
you to
California, are we just southern, because they've got like all the kinds, you got central and South Bay.
There's West Side L.
Do
Southern.
They want you to. They want you to do each of the grades every single time.
Yeah.
do
Yes.
Southern,
I'm straight. No, yeah, I'm cool on that.
do Southern, click that one. In person. Next. Next.
Come on, that's what I gotta go.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Be frank, okay?
Thank
you. Take care.
Okay.
Okay, so you Southern California, I believe, because we're not west side, we're south. So remember your success systems,
Your name doesn't come up.
Yeah, your
Your name doesn't come up,
whose name comes up?
Fred.
Your name is
Stead.
not here.
Try,
Silence.
try Simon. Or Carlos.
Excuse me,
No,
Are we
sorry.
boring you?
I'm so sorry, I really tried to.
No, Carlos.
Simon.
I wonder if that's because of the area that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because of the area we chose.
I think it's probably West Side.
Try West Side. Try, I don't think we're on West LA though.
Are we not on Southern?
What's LA County?
Try.
No, that's where we are. I'm sorry, LA Coastal.
LA Coastal?
Yeah.
It's like the same names.
Nope.
Same name. But that's, we are LA Coastal. No Simon? Then I guess
I
that's
mean,
why.
do you know any of the people on this list?
No,
So, how are we supposed to fill this out?
don't worry about it. Worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I was going by what they said. So remember, this is usually where you go with that. See, it's 12:10. Usually from this point, we go into the do not call list and then you go into your calls. Okay, so I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. Okay? That is what we talk about right before we get into our call. So the success system is 20 minutes of role play conversations with a partner, 10 minutes of preparing a call list for the day, 45 minutes of real play, meaning role play, and then 30 minutes of updating your database. When we talk about the conversations, we talk about, you know, how do we talk to people that are around us, our family, friends, and all of that. And then also, we also have to say, always make sure that you abide by the do not call list, okay? But let's see. We're supposed to have 20, so you guys never did
It's
this?
so funny, everybody just skips through this last part, so.
Okay, so this is the part that I step out usually, and you guys are doing this together. But what we're gonna do is, since you guys aren't used to it, it's no sense in me training you on how to do it after 20 classes, but at the right time, we get to celebrate our success. So it is, and Simon comes right in at the right time. At the right time, I want to say thank you guys for taking Ignite. You guys are the diehard folk that make it happen. And so,
Did you say the one about putting the name in?
yeah, because there's no information there for us.
Oh, well, if you put, actually, I found it.
The thing that's like,
Well, if you add in, you put instructor one, then it'll drop down a box and you can put in their name.
yeah, the other box down. and
So
you
just
put
choose
the name.
instructor one from the list, and then a drop down box will come,
Oh.
and you can just enter.
I see.
And they give you option there to look your-
Okay, awesome. Well, Simon's here.
Simon.
Good morning. And guess what we have for you all on today? We don't have any graduation music. Da, 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 da. Well, I want to say congratulations. This certificate, Ignite Certificate of Achievement, is presented to Mr. Tim Hall.
Yeah.
And Miss Suzette just left her mother's in the hospital. She just left.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, congratulations. Yes, and Miss Pam is out ill. Rihanna's not here.
Camilla's not
My
here.
graduates. My graduates.
is
Congratulations, congratulations to Miss Jennifer. And then another than certificate of achievement for Miss Christine Goldrup. Congratulations. There you go. There you go. Yes, you guys are awesome. And then I always get mixed up between Christine and Christina. So presented to Miss Christina. There we go, there we go. And why don't we have one for Miss Bernice? Did you come in? You need to get her one.
I had, remember, I missed the first two classes.
Oh, okay, so we'll get you your certificate.
Yeah.
We will get you your certificate and make sure you
Yeah.
got it,
Yes.
okay?
We'll get that taken care of for you.
But congratulations to you all. Wish you all much success. And just know that we're here for you. We want to see you succeed. We don't succeed unless you succeed. So I'm looking for your wins. And remember, we talked about it. If Bold says make 100 contacts a week and 3 transactions will repay you your fee for Bold, that means that Bold is saying that you can do 3 transactions, doing 100 minimum, doing 100 contacts per week, which 3 contacts will, or 3 deals will help you graduate from the productivity program. Okay,
So if we start engaging in those daily success systems and we actually get to those 3 transactions, do we need to take both?
yes.
Okay.
Gotcha, yes. And you
That's-
you should, in your, trek in real estate, remember, we talk about, engagement. Because you just don't want to be a realtor. We want you up here, okay? Because the more you take the classes, the more it benefits you. So just because you took Ignite once doesn't mean that you can't take it again, okay? Because you missed something.
Well, there's.
You
always
missed
look at
something.
something.
Yeah, so when you take it again, you're just refreshing your mind, okay?
Can I add something?
Yes,
All
definitely.
right, so, first and foremost, congratulations to each and every one of you. You know, it's not an easy task to stay committed and go through the trenches of the curriculum, right? You know, the sacrifice of the time, you know, and more so 4 hours every day is grueling in itself, right? But I commend each and every one of you. This is the beginning. This is just the fundamentals. You're constantly growing, you're constantly taking training. You don't stop, you know, as long as you continue doing real estate, you're always going to continuously be involved in classes, training. For myself and Fred as well, you know, we're constantly learning and it changes. The beauty is, this is just the fundamentals, all right, the fundamentals. And now it's really go out and earn a commission, right? It's the contact sport, it's the ability to connect with buyers, connect with sellers, connect with investors, and guess what, even maybe possibly connect with developers. They're out there, and there's agents that are making awesome businesses out there, you know, with these potential leads that they get, right? Remember, business will not come your way. You got to go out there and hunt for business, right? It's a contact sport. Every time that you meet someone, make sure that you're giving some type of information that you are a real estate agent, right? That's how you make things happen, right? I'll share a quick little story. If you were in the producer's mindset this morning, I was talking about I met a neighbor, not in my house, but I have an investment property that I'm developing out in Los Angeles. And they've been seeing how the progress of the home is. So I saw the guy outside with the dog. So I said, I'm gonna just go out there and introduce myself. You know, how many people just go out and hi, you know, and introduce? Not that many people.
Right.
But that gave me an opportunity to get to know, and, you know, surprisingly, he's an attorney. Got to know a little bit that he's been there since 2011. But more so, the mere fact is just having a conversation led me to an opportunity that they're looking at possibly selling. Okay, just from a 15-minute conversation with them, that I made a commitment to go to the neighbor and introduce myself. Okay, so think about this, where the opportunities are coming your way, right? And that's one of many different avenues of, you know, growing your business. You know, it's a people business, you know, and it's awesome and very exciting. You know, it just brought me back to like, man, I should be doing this more often, you know, and I don't, because I'm in a different category. I don't do it, but I still love the chase of the business. About to close transaction tomorrow, Valentine's Day too, on a listing that I closed in Redondo Beach. So how cool is it to exchange? As a matter of fact, today they're doing their final walkthrough in about an hour and 30 minutes from now. So if I can do it, folks, there's no reason why you can't, okay? I'm no smarter than any of you in the gift class, right? So it's a commitment, it's a sacrifice sometimes, but look at the bigger picture that leads you to those opportunities, because there are buyers and sellers out there. The question is, are you willing to put in the time for them? So that's my 2-minute presentation.
Awesome, awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Any questions that you all have?
You can do this.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You know, we can.
Congratulations.
Take a group picture.
Yes,
Let's take a
absolutely.
group picture and yeah, let's take a group picture so we can post it on social media. Let me get someone that's not part of
No, I'll take, because we have different insurance, I'll take it with you as a broker.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, where?